This is 9.1, Properties of Radicals, Part 4. A like radical is a radical with the same index and radicand. The radicand is the number inside the radical, and the index is the number that shows is it a square root or cubed root or fourth root or whatever it may be. You can add or subtract like radicals the same way you would combine like terms by using the distributive property. So this would be the square root of 3 plus the square root of 3 is 2 times the square root of 3. So if we simplify, 5 root 7 plus root 11 minus 8 root 7, I rearrange them to put the square roots of 7 next to each other, and then I can factor out a square root of 7 from each and get 5 minus 8 multiplied by the square root of 7 plus the square root of 11. 5 minus 8 is negative 3, still times square root of 7 plus the square root of 11. So this is negative 3 root 7 plus square root of 11. Four root 7 minus 6 root 63. I'm not given any like radicals here, but I can make 63 into a like radical with the square root of 7. I know 7 goes into 63 9 times, and so I can simplify this further because the square root of 9 is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Now I have 4 minus 18, which is negative 14. 4 times the cube root of 5x minus 11 times the cube root of 5x. That's 4 minus 11, which is negative 7 times the cube root of 5x. Square root of 3 times 8 times the square root of 2 plus 7 times the square root of 32. I'm going to change this 32 into a 16 times 2. I'm going to work with the 32 first and make it as small of numbers as possible instead of distributing the square root of 3. So this would be 7 times 4 times the square root of 2, which is 28 times the square root of 2, and the rest is the same. Now I have like radicals on the inside of parentheses. So this is the square root of 3 times 36 root 2, which is 36 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 3, which is 36 times the square root of 6. The distance in miles you can see to the horizon with your eye level, which is 8 feet above the water, is given by the formula d equals the square root of 3h divided by 2. How far can you see when your eye level is 5 feet above the water? So we're given some information, the formula for distance, and the height is 5. So I'm going to take this height of 5 and plug it in for h in the formula. So this is 3 times 5 over 2, and the square root of that. So we have the square root of 15 over 2, which would be the square root of 15 over the square root of 2. Multiply each by the square root of 2. So then you get square root of 15 times square root of 2 over square root of 2 squared, which is the square root of 15 times 2 over 2, which is square root of 30 over 2. But if you just tell someone, oh yes, I can see the square root of 30 over 2, that doesn't really mean anything in our common daily lives. So we approximate that, and we get 2.74 miles.